Hey guys, Shane, I don't know. Hey guys, Third Street Reaction back. He's back. We're back. My bad. Hey guys, Third Street Reaction back. I'm Malachi.
I'm Shane.
Liana.
And we're back with The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 3. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, Malachi has not played the game. I beat a few times, and Liana is in the middle of it. Now, without spoiling for Malachi, you just got to the end of the arc with Henry and Sam last night. What'd you think?
It was surprising.
Surprising, yeah, it was, wasn't it? What other kind of emotion do you think you would equate with that?
Sad.
Sad? Yeah, I agree. Sad is, that's probably a good word without spoiling anything with Malachi. Alright, bud, last episode.
She got...
Yeah.
And then...
What'd you think of that, man?
It's crazy.
Crazy. You remember, can you recite it?
The girl sacrificed herself so Joel and Ellie could get out.
Okay.
And zombie got a little freaky and started parasites in her throat.
Fungus.
Ugh!
It's a fungus infection. Someone did correct me and say that I was calling it a virus. I don't mean a virus. When I say virus, I just mean like a fungal infection.
I searched up pictures of the ants that are like infected. There's like big spikes coming out of them.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That wasn't real.
The cordyceps.
It can't happen.
Hey,
Why?
It's Monty.
Monty.
It can't happen for humans. It's not possible.
Yeah, the cordyceps fungus is a real fungus.
Really?
Yes.
That's sad thing about
ants?
It affects ants and caterpillars and stuff like that.
the sad thing about the ants because like what do? They're just randomly
Then
getting
how did we get...
spikes coming out of them.
Did he get inbred or something?
Oh gosh! Don't you're gonna hit the.
How did we get infected?
I know the answer.
Okay, what's the answer?
Global warming.
Malachi's right. The global warming occurred and it forced cordyceps to evolve because they couldn't infect organisms over a certain degrees within their body temperature. So as the Earth heated up, so did the cordyceps' infectious ability.
Wouldn't it have global warming, not the cordyceps?
Well, it heats up by maybe 10 degrees, and it makes it so, okay, now this thing evolves so it can now start infecting things.
Then how does that have anything to do with bread if it was like in the air?
That's a good question. In Jakarta, Indonesia, they have, I think, the biggest or the most manufacturing plants for flour. So they ship flour to all the other places in the world that make bread.
I'm not gonna eat bread anymore.
Okay. But you talked about it spreading in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the video game, you know how there were spores, you had to use your mask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in this, there's no spores. That's how they made it different. Spores?
Type of zombies.
People, it's the fungi people.
Type of zombies.
Okay, the spores...
The particles that come from the fungi and stuff.
Yeah.
Little nasty
So there's no spores.
The spores are the particles in the air that you breathe in that infect you.
So it's not in this? It's
Why
not in this?
not?
Because Danger,
Pedro Pascal?
Pedro Pascal was...
Not wanting to wear a mask again.
That's his name though, Danger, right?
Yeah, that's the name in The Mandalorian. So the idea is...
Amazing show.
They wanted the fungi people to infect them?
So when they adapted it for the TV show, they decided that they didn't know if it was believable enough because spores, they don't localize to a certain area. There's not like a room with spores and you walk outside the room and you can take your mask off. Spores spread everywhere. Okay, so they thought it was more realistic to do away with the spores because it would spread too easy. Instead of spores, there are those long tentacles that go underneath ground, and it made it so like...
That's not in the game?
No.
Because they could take their mask off in the game in certain places.
Yeah, but not in places where there's spores. They did away with it. We can talk about this a lot. We'll have another post talk after to make sure we understood everything. Guys, before we jump in, make sure you go to our Patreon. It's a good way to support us. What can they find on our Patreon, Malachi?
Full length and memberships.
And what else?
Early release.
Early release, early access. So 2 weeks early access for our non-live shows. Let's jump in.
Are these really sensitive?
What's that?
Are these really sensitive?
They're decently sensitive. You think for him that was like a tomb? Yeah, he's pretty upset.
Look, I've been thinking about...
I don't want your sorries.
I wasn't going to say I'm sorry. I was going to say that I've been thinking about what happened. Nobody made you or Tess take me. Nobody made you go along with this plan. You needed a truck battery or whatever, and you made a choice. So don't blame me for something that isn't my fault.
Why is she being like that? I just think that's a stupid thing to say, personally. It's kind of rude.
She's a woman. I was keep saying that. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, she's young. Young people can be rude and inconsiderate.
when we went on a 3-hour hike. My grandma's.
Down to the creek.
Yeah. I think it was 3 hours.
That was fun.
3 hours.
I got those videos on my phone still. You look like a little blob.
No infected?
Not often, no.
What are you looking out for?
People.
Oh. Are Bill and Frank nice?
Frank is.
Are Bill and Frank in the game?
Something like that, yeah.
Shoot back?
Yeah.
You get him?
No, I missed two. It happens more often than you think.
Especially in the
Because you
game.
suck at shooting or like in general?
In general.
You know, seeing as it's just the two of us, I was thinking I should
No.
He seems like the type of guy who'd be like a good dad.
You ever play this one?
I remember this.
There's this one character named Melina who takes off her mask and she has monster teeth and then she swallows you whole and barfs out your bones. Oh, man.
In the game, they reference like a made-up game, not a real game.
Really?
Yeah. Why don't you say something?
Somebody just pull it right now. Yeah. I'm really scared of something pulling me under there.
Don't do it. Don't.
You idiot, come on.
Bro, why? Why? That's dumb. Is this in the game?
I don't think so.
Why are you...
No, this scenario isn't, but these things happen. You get separated and stuff. But you see where she put her light? That's where you put in the game, right? Let's be honest, if they're infected down here, they would come by now. Lockers!
What's that mean?
In the game, there are always lockers just to open and pick. Just pick out things. And those racks, there's always racks.
What is that?
Tampons, Jesus. Are you shitting me? Why would you be so stupid? You stupid kid.
Stupid little girl.
Look at that thing.
Can't hurt you, but they can
Staring at
still
your
destroy
soul.
you. They can still rip you up in pieces.
Why are you getting closer?
I don't know.
Man, these people
She's
investigate.
goofy.
Because
They always investigate.
Goofy.
It's because she's you guys are kids too. You just...
Yeah, but I want to do that.
So how long
Can it call like other people? Can it call them?
How long has it been in there for?
So
Can it call people?
so in this game, they're all connected, probably. Right?
How long has it been there for?
Ew. This is disgusting. Those look like worms. Not really.
That's so sadistic.
Couldn't you like tear it to pieces?
There's still blood in it?
Why isn't it like growling or moaning or anything? It's very quiet.
Ellie?
Honestly, he's pretty irresponsible for letting her go off that long.
Ellie?
Picked over my ass.
He's never gonna find it.
Maybe not.
What are you doing?
There's not much ammo out there for this thing. Makes it mostly useless.
You flying one of those?
A few times, sure.
So lucky.
Didn't feel like it at the time.
Hell no.
Get shoved into a middle seat, pay $12 for a sandwich.
Dude, you got to go up in the sky.
Yeah, well, so did they.
I gotta fly in a couple days.
You like it?
I think I'd be scared of that.
Depends what airline you're
I get
using.
motion sick though.
Sometimes the turbulence is so bad that
It shakes it? Like,
yeah, it feels like a roller coaster. You go up and down.
Cordyceps mutated. Some of it got into the food supply. Probably a basic ingredient like flour or sugar.
He's smart.
There were certain brands of food that were sold everywhere, all across the country, across the world. Pancake mix.
How does he know?
He knows pancake.
Because it's...
You eat enough of it, it'll get you infected. Eat some Thursday night or Friday morning. Day goes on. Then they started biting.
How does he know?
A, he lived through it, and B,
Friday
because...
night, September 26, 2003. By Monday, everything was gone. After Outbreak Day, soldiers told you you were going to a QZ, and you were, if there was room. If there wasn't,
Yep.
I killed him.
That's why they killed him.
Aww.
Yep, babies and little kids.
That's why they killed it. That's why they killed it.
September 26th says, look, it was both of them.
So they left him there. Agents were cleaning out small towns and they left them there because
Is
there
that why
wasn't
they?
enough room for them.
There wasn't enough room, they just killed everybody.
That's why they killed Joel's daughter because that people can't get infected.
No, they,
I mean-
they probably killed Joel's daughter because they thought she was
She
infected.
She was infected.
They thought she was hurting a leg, yeah.
She was. But she was infected.
They thought she might have been infected.
This creepy guy just watching.
There wasn't enough room at the base. Like where?
At the QZ, the quarantine zones. If there wasn't enough room, they rounded people up and shot them like the Germans did to the freaking Jews, man.
Not today, you New World Order jackboot fucks.
Or maybe
He has a mask on.
because probably at this point they don't know what infects, how you get infected, you know? I think I heard something that gasoline like actually goes bad after like a year or something. Just let me know in the comments. I'm not quite sure. Generator. Remember having to start those things up in a game?
Yeah.
They look like the same.
Yeah, they look like that. They sound like that.
Doesn't even look bad.
It doesn't really look like his town. It looks more like he's kind of out in the country.
I mean, everything will start to go bad eventually.
What?
Everything will start to go bad. The refrigerator's not working. Oh, it's a
Or
generator.
he preserves it the old fashioned. It looks like liver, kind of. He kind of preserves it the old
Jeffrey
fashioned
Dahmer.
way.
Why is he watching
Wet,
everybody?
red meat, right?
That's a security camera. This is the apocalypse. People start stealing, they rape and kill people.
So that's why he's watching them?
Well, it triggered an alarm. Oh, that's an infected.
I feel like Joel might run into this guy.
That to who? The guy with the beard?
Yeah, unless this.
Oh,
Smart.
So this guy in the game?
this guy's in the game.
He is?
Yes,
Does he meet Joel?
you gonna find out.
Should play the game.
I'm not infected.
Are you armed?
No,
Why did you take that long to answer?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get to Boston.
Alone?
We started with 10.
How do you dig that and get out?
I bet he's
He looks fake.
He looks fake. What do you mean?
He looks like he's lying.
He's probably.
Well, you played a little bit of this, and
He's good, right? Look at him. He looks like real fishy.
you think so?
Yeah, he's like,
Haven't eaten in 2 days.
It's not that long.
Doesn't sound very long out loud, does it?
21 days. You need 21 days?
2 days.
I know, but 21 days.
If I feed you, then every bum you talk to about it is gonna show up here looking for a free lunch. And this is not an Arby's.
Well, Arby's didn't have free lunch. It was a restaurant. I won't talk about it to any bums or hobos or vagabonds, I promise.
Vagabonds?
That's a bigger bum.
Wait, no, dude.
Yeah, Bill, and that's Frank.
Really?
Huh?
Those are people in the game?
Yeah, those are people in the game.
Oh, so they probably like pair up and everything. They probably become rich.
It's things are playing out.
I don't remember.
They're already- I
I
think-
really remember them much.
Why does he look like he's seen people in 400
They're probably both lonely and unsure of other people. You know, think about that. Fresh vegetables and meat.
Why is he like?
Because, dude, it's been 4 years. He hasn't had any like a good meal.
Oh,
He's
he
been
eat
eating
like the stuff that like the people eat, like the army.
He's probably been
MRIs.
MRIs, right?
MRIs, yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad has him in his basement, doesn't he?
Yeah. Bless you, honey. So he's been eating, you know, probably dandelions and cattails and rats and.
What the fuck?
Everything tastes good when you're starving.
Yeah, but not like this.
Is champagne good?
So that's. I don't think that's champagne. I think that's just wine.
I know, I'm just asking. Is champagne good?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Does it taste like it had that alcohol, like that beer taste kind of?
It doesn't taste like beer.
A man who knows to pair rabbit with a Beaujolais.
I know I don't seem like the type.
No, you do.
Do they look like this in the game?
Thank you.
He seems tired. He's like.
I feel weird to do that. I want to ask.
Well, you can tell that Bill is a little, you know, he's a little taken back by his forwardness, but.
Love will abide, take things in stride.
Have you been copyrighted yet?
I think I'm gonna love you for a long, long.
Weren't people bad in this?
Bad in what, in this world?
Didn't they rape and kill and take what they want?
Yeah, but there's good. There's.
I'll play this game after
How does
that.
he know you can trust them for like?
I don't think he knows, but they're connecting a little bit through music, and
I'll play this game after the honest.
you should.
Who's the girl? Girl you're singing about.
There is no girl.
We played the game. You played the game, Leona.
I know, but like I didn't really know.
I know.
You know, I think what would be interesting is, exploring that and not being sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you feel like you'd have to have the conversation first. You know what I mean? You gotta think that they're both lonely as hell. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
Bill.
I think Frank's way too good looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be funny if he wasn't gay. He just wanted to stay here and eat all this food. So he's like, I'm going to be gay forever. I get to stay here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of chest hair.
It is a lot of chest hair. I don't got much. If there's a sex scene, you guys are going to look away.
Okay.
A little bit. See?
It could be hetero or homo. I don't. When it comes on, I turn it off or I make them get out of the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So see, Malachi, that was you. We need a little magnifying glass. Look away, I said.
It's not.
Okay, there's no sex yet. You look up. Leon, you can keep.
Have you ever done this before?
See, that guy's so good looking. He probably got all kinds of.
Frank?
Yeah, Frank.
You think
Frank, you don't think Frank's good looking?
he's old?
I know. He's gonna stay so he can get his fill of sandwiches. Now, you kids, you better never, ever give it away this fast. Sandwiches or no sandwiches. Understood?
Mm-hmm. We wouldn't come to this though.
Huh?
We wouldn't come to this, and I'm not easily used. So.
I hope you're not easily used. You'll be grounded.
Hey, would you stop? Do I ask for things ever? Why am I even saying that? This isn't for me. This is for us.
Who cares what they look like?
I do. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I live in this world. You live in a psycho bunker where 9/11 was an inside job and the government are all Nazis.
The government are all Nazis!
Well, yeah, now, but not then. We're gonna make friends, and we will invite them to visit.
We don't have friends, Frank. We will never have friends because there are no friends to be had.
I've actually been talking to a nice woman on the radio.
Don't do that.
You what?
Well, this really is just.
Oh.
Right?
This is 10 years after, so he's known Tess this long, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's go inside. Tess, I want to show you something.
Actually, I have been wanting to see inside.
Not inside.
Thank you. Yes.
Frank, Frank!
It'd be so hard to have lunch and demonstrate any kind of hospitality when everyone's like, I don't really trust you don't really trust me.
I understand.
Right?
Maya, we're actually decent people just trying to get by.
Oh. Well, aren't I the lucky one?
There's stuff we have in the QZ that you don't have here. Books, medicine, machine parts. We can help each other and get that gun out of my face. That fence has got a year on it, tops. Galvanized wire already started to corrode. I can get you 10 spools of high tensile aluminum.
And I had this idea that we should use codes for the radio in case anyone's listening.
Oh, that's right.
That's a good idea.
Oh, 80s. Oh.
Yep.
We'll be fine.
See, Joe's right. Yep.
Pick it up.
Getting pretty old.
Just one more loop around.
So bad. Just...
Oh.
I traded Joel and Tess one of your guns for a packet of seeds.
Which gun?
A little one.
He carried around his guns.
Wouldn't those be bad because they grow from the ground? Where are them?
Funguses?
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's something I'd be concerned about, but they're far away from infected people. You know what I mean? So, you know, what are you gonna do now? Eat anything?
I have sensitive teeth. I cannot eat strawberries.
What?
I have sensitive teeth. I can't eat strawberries.
Either.
They might not have had strawberries. How many years has it been now? It's 3 more years after this. It's been
6.
what? It's been 13 years altogether, right?
I'm sorry. For what? Getting older faster than you.
I like you older. Older means we're still here.
Frank looks older.
I was never afraid before you showed up.
Now he's afraid that he'll lose him, you know?
No,
Don't mess up the strawberries.
Strawberries.
Lord.
Right.
What do they think they're doing on people's property?
They're raiders. This is a world, man, where this shit happens.
Why is he outside? They should have stayed inside, Dad.
Good, those fuckers.
Bill! Get inside!
Both gonna die.
Nah, screw them, man. Raiding, raping, thieving, murders.
Close the door.
Yeah, what's gonna happen if they come in?
Frank!
I'm right here.
Frank!
I'm right here.
Leave the gas on!
I'm right
Leave the gas on. The fence will kill the rest of them.
Okay, yep.
I made a list for you.
Uh-huh. Tell me about the list.
I have
Alcohol?
copies of all the keys.
Good.
Yeah.
That would burn.
Call Joel.
Uh-huh.
You can't be here alone.
I'm not alone. You're here.
No. Call
No.
You shouldn't have ever went outside anyway.
Oh, for real?
Did he die in the game? Oh, wheelchair? Jeez.
Okay. Let me bring you inside. Okay.
2013, 2023.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll get you warmed up.
What happened to him? Oh, maybe he's got cancer or something? That's just a terrible thing. That's what we call it. It's called expressionism. It's interesting because he was talking about how he was getting older faster than him, but then he got sick. Now I feel bad for him.
Took most of the night. I'm exhausted.
God damn it. You gotta be kidding me.
Promise you I'm gonna stay up.
Why?
Because this is my last day.
What if we find a doctor? What if someone shows up who can help?
Who's coming, Bill? The door-to-door MRI salesman? There wasn't anything to cure this before the world fell apart. I've made up my mind. Bill. I'm not going to give you the every day was a wonderful gift from God speech. I've had a lot of bad days. I've had bad days with you, too. But I've had more good days with you than with anyone else. Just give me one more good day. Starting now, make me some toast. Then take me to the boutique and we'll get married. And you cook a delicious dinner. Then you will crush all of these up, put them in my wine. I will drink it.
Who's gonna drug?
Then you will take me by my hand.
He wants to
Bring
kill
me to
himself.
our bed.
What?
That's why he said this is my last day. Pay attention.
I thought he was gonna get cancer, and that's he knows he's gonna die because he
No,
cancer.
And I will fall asleep in your arms.
Why doesn't he just like shoot himself?
Because he's taking control of his life, man. He doesn't want to suffer and wither away. I kind of admire it.
I can't.
Joe gonna show up?
Do you love me?
Yes.
Then love me the way I want you to.
So everything's kind of falling apart now because they can't take care of it because they're old, right?
Why did they marry a long time ago?
I mean, they're still both dudes, even though they, you know what I mean? So they probably just like, we don't really need labels, we don't care, you know, we're surviving the apocalypse. You see what I'm saying, Malachi? Like he's able to, instead of just withering away because of cancer, he's deciding, you know, this is what I'm going to do.
That's the same thing they ate when he first came.
Probably made it for a reason.
Is it? I don't know.
It is.
Yeah, okay. To be honest, they probably have the same, like, 10 different meals, you know what I mean?
Wine lasts a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, it lasts, I don't want to say it lasts forever. So he's trying to put on a brave face, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like for sure Bill, this is the first time he's ever found someone he loved that loved him for who he
I don't
was.
think you should put all in Frank's drink. Where do you get that?
I'm sure Bill had access to, you know, different things.
Will it be enough?
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's not melatonin. It's...
I know, but like, what about my Adderall? You take all the pills, you eat.
Watch.
He did something. He did something.
Why are there already pills in the bottle?
Enough to kill a horse. This isn't the tragic suicide at the end of the play. I'm old. I'm satisfied. And you were my purpose.
I do not support this.
He did too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I should be furious.
Wait, Bill did it too?
Yeah, so there were already some inside the bottle.
From a detective point of view, it's incredibly romantic.
Wait, what? So Bill crushed some in his and then some in his?
This might play out. I don't know what's gonna happen because.
So in the game, does he come and meet them like before it happens?
I'll explain later. You gotta play the game, man. I can.
Bill?
It's sad. Like, it'd be sad if he just got there
Frank.
that morning whenever they died.
To whomever, but probably Joel. I figured I fell under whomever.
It's pretty dusty.
They locked the door?
What?
They locked the door?
Probably, yeah.
So they're dead?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the morning, night after?
Joel. Because anyone else would have been electrocuted or blown up by one of my traps. I never liked you. But still, it's like we're friends. Almost. And I respect you. So I'm gonna tell you something because you're probably the only person who'll understand. I used to hate the world and I was happy when everyone died. But I was wrong. Because there was one person worth saving. That's what I did. I saved him. Then I protected him. That's why men like you and me are here. We have a job to do. And God help any motherfuckers who stand in our way. I leave you all of my weapons and equipment. Use them to keep...
Tess. Nope. No battery?
Rule 3. You do what I say when I say it. We clear?
Yes.
Repeat it.
What you say goes.
That's what she says in the game. What you say goes.
We only saw that one time that they hung out, so how they know each other for that long?
Because that was a few years later. Frank and Tess, they were saying, hey, we'll trade, we'll do this, we'll do that.
Ellie?
Do you think he grabbed all the guns?
I think he grabbed as much stuff as he could. All right, kids. What do you guys think?
Favorite episode so far? Sad.
What's that?
Sad.
It's one of those things where I don't seek out romance movies, hetero or homo or anything like that. And this was extremely well done. How'd you feel, bud?
It was good.
Yeah. Okay, so Malachi, you said you want to play the game, and if you don't remember this part, then I'll just tell you that it unfolds a little differently. I really thought after...
I thought he was going to die.
Yeah, after Bill got shot, I really thought they were going to do things even more differently. And that scene where the Raiders came, so yeah, those were Raiders. They were people just coming to steal, kill, rape, murder, take what they want, right?
Sounded like they could get in there anyways.
They couldn't get anywhere. I mean, you're right. They almost got in there, though. So I did think that Joel was going to be wrong and Raiders were going to get in. But no, Bill was kind of right. The scene with the strawberries, I thought that was just a nice, really well-lit, kind of beautiful scene between them. I really did. I feel like no matter what your kind of beliefs are, I feel like it'll be very hard to look at this episode and not feel like it was incredibly well done. Don't you think? I mean, it looked like you were getting really sad. Yeah. I know you guys are tired. Guys, they have school in the morning, so I'll do this kind of quickly. Leon, to answer your question, I think it's heavily implied that they have this ongoing relationship ever since they meet up for the first time. Okay, ever since Frank was talking to Tess on the radio. And I also remember where she told Joel, get her to Bill and Frank. Okay? So they had enough of a rapport and a relationship, and they had a trust that he told Joel the code. Were you guys surprised at all by Bill's, committing suicide as well?
I knew it was going to happen.
No.
You what?
I was calling it. I said, he's going to kill himself.
I thought it
I
would.
literally was talking about that.
It was, it'd be symbolic, because they're both dying. They both love.
Yeah.
They're both dying at the same time.
Yeah. No, I agree. I kind of thought it would happen. I don't want to say too much about the game, but things just play out differently. So I was wondering how differently they were going to play out. As someone who played the game, I was just surprised.
How to play out?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
You're not going to play it?
I want to play it. It's not. Tell me.
Okay, well, I will, but what's your question?
Well, since Frank was dying already, and like they're both old, Frank and Bill. And
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted Bill to do that also, and like I kind of
Yeah,
expected it.
Leon is like, he's old too. He should just kill himself. Like, you shouldn't think that way.
Well, I mean, they're both like old and like gonna die soon, and like, why would he do that if he has nothing else to live for?
You can't say that. What?
Okay, first of all, I understand. And Bill obviously felt that way because he said, you were my reason for living. You were my reason. You were my purpose. I thought that was really romantic and sweet and incredibly captivating. But to answer your question, yeah, I think there's plenty to live for. I mean, there's people, you know, whose significant others die all the time. And, you know, and they go on. You know what I mean?
We're different. Like, our world, like...
Yeah, like I have children, so if your mom died, I'd go on because I have you guys.
No, because they have like the virus and everything. No, not the virus, but
They have
like
the infection.
zombies.
So you're saying the world sucks, the person I love's dead, there's nothing to live for. Okay.
What happened in the game?
So in the game, you get to Bill and Frank's. You don't see anything from Bill's point of view, really. You don't really know much about Frank. You know Bill, and Bill owes you a favor, and you don't have like a really tight friendship, really. But you get there, and then you find Frank in a house, and he hung himself. And you find a letter, and it was like they got in a fight, and they basically were fighting, and they hated each other. So he found another house to live in. Then he got bit, so he hung himself because he was going to turn.
Frank?
And he told Bill that he hated him. Yeah, or something like that.
Jeez.
Oh, I remember that.
That's completely different from this.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Why do they want to show that?
Well, I think they wanted to give us a show about hope, too. I mean, you have a chance to have a kind of like a homosexual relationship on TV, and you have a chance to portray it maybe in a more positive, hopeful light instead of just like these two gay people just hated each other. One killed himself. It's not really, I think.
And Bill's still alive?
Bill's still alive, yeah, and he's still alive when you leave the town.
That is crazy how this turned out then.
What?
Bill was wasn't Bill like a lot meaner in the game too?
Yeah, he was a prick.
Really mean.
But he was also like, you can tell he was a hard ass, and like when you're out in the world with him, like you can trust him, he can trust Joel. But I don't think they really like each other. It's like we worked together before. You know, he owed Joel a favor. Bill's the kind of guy who pays his debts, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you ever hear Frank and see Frank?
Yeah, you never see Frank.
You don't?
No,
you don't hear his voice?
No, I think you find him. He just hanging there. You see his feet, and then Bill cuts him down. And Bill is.
Is Bill sad?
Yeah, Bill's sad because you don't know anything about him.
Yeah, but this showed you everything.
Yeah, so I guess it's interesting because in a game it was nuanced, their relationship, and I'm not complaining about this episode. Like, why are they showing all this gay stuff? That's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm saying that it was nuanced, and I did like that it was nuanced in the game because then you have representation that's not on the nose. But when something is done this well, I'm really glad to actually get to see that relationship. Now, it's hard for me to put this into the game for me. Like, you know, I want to put this in as a backstory because I know ultimately they end up hating each other. And then, you know, and it didn't go down this way. So this is literally just a different adaptation. It's not like, I think, with Tess where you see some of her backstory and you see some of Sarah with the watch getting it fixed. At least with Bill and Frank, it's completely different. So anyways, they're all kind of 10 out of 10 for me. I'm biased. You know, I like the first, second, and third episode, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to like the rest. And I love the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Top 50 for sure, maybe top 25. Anyways, anyone got anything else?
No.
Okay, then we're out of here.
Guys, thank you for watching. If you want to support us, then check us out on Twitter, TikTok,
Lord,
Instagram, and if you want to support us more, then go to Patreon.
I'm going to go there right now.
And see the full links and new releases.
What's your phone? I got it.